effectively what's going to happen here, every week on Tuesdays, I'm going to take an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on how much footage we have collected, to dive in and analyze what went right, what went wrong, and what could have gone a little bit better. We're also going to take a look at viewer footage to analyze what they're doing right and, you know, kind of track some progress. So the idea here is I want to do everything I can to help others improve week to week. If you're looking for a way to get from beginner to intermediate or intermediate to advanced, I think I can help you. They cast Spectral, so what I'm doing now, I notice that I'm about to get my super. They cast Spectral, so I have to create distance between myself and the Spectral. That's first and foremost. So I jump back, and I kind of bait, and I realize that I can land here.
He's on me.
I now see a radar ping and understand I've got to cast a super the second I hit the ground. So I do that. This person foolishly pushes me. If they were in the process of pushing me when I cast my super, they would have the upper hand. They were about maybe a quarter of a second slow. So I notice that they're aping. The first thing I do is I fly backwards with an Icarus dash. I don't know how that didn't kill them. That caused 4 damage. I have no idea how that wasn't an immediate kill, but it doesn't matter. I just focus up, I dash back, and that one kills them. That one probably shouldn't have killed them, but yeah, it did. I notice that I'm last Guardian standing, and he still has his Spectral. But I also know that the Spectral is about to be out. So what I'm trying to do here is conserve my Dawnblade. I don't want to just start chucking swords. A couple of reasons. If I start throwing swords right now, what's going to end up happening is the enemy is not going to be aggressive. They're going to play on the defense and wait for my Dawnblade to run out. So what I try to do is I try to get close enough to make them feel like they can kill me with their Spectral. I see them, and they've fallen into my trap, and not only that, the other enemy has exposed himself. So I drop down to get one shot. Now I immediately Icarus dash away. They're out of their Spectral. I get that follow-up shot, and then the only thing that I'm worried about right now is getting out of that lane of fire, because that blueberry back there, he's almost got me. I throw that because I know that my super is about to be out, and this is just a, we'll see what happens kind of throw. Let me see if I can get it to arc. It curves around the door and smacks that guy right in the face, and that's the end of the match.
Oh, baby!
And I was very excited about that, as you could tell. So what we want to talk about right now is we want to talk about map awareness. Map awareness as well as movement. So as I come over here, the first thing is I notice that guy pushing me. With Dawnblade movement, I do not use Burst Glide. There's a lot of people that prefer the straight line speed because you can be more aggressive. In my personal play style, I play to make the enemy overcommit so I can capitalize on it. Strafe Glide is better for me right now. I like the directional mobility in the air. I like to be able to kind of float around and adjust side to side. And I also like the increased speed from within my super. I get a lot of my kills from Dawnblade super, and if I'm using Burst Glide, it's not as good for me right now. If my primary shot were better, I would feel differently. But I personally have to rely on map positioning and ability utilization to secure a lot of kills. That's why if you ever look at my armor splits, my strength is extremely high, my discipline is extremely high, and I don't really rely too much on my intellect because I figure I'm going to be getting melee kills and shotgun kills, which, depending on the mods that I have hooked up, will give me additional super energy. So the first things first is I bait that guy in. Now, it's all about disconnecting from this and creating distance. That's the biggest thing. So I have to use that Icarus dash to get... I just immediately created all sorts of distance. So that's the key here. The key is the movement and creating distance, understanding that I didn't get that kill, and now I want to make sure that they can't predict my movement and I can get over here. Also, I want to make sure that I don't fall to my death. So now, I'm surprised he was able to track me as well as he did. But I get that kill, and now again, I'm just going to push right over, and you saw the rest. I'm playing cat and mouse right here, knowing that I can quickly create distance. We ended up losing this match. But what's happening right now is I know that there's somebody at the back of elbow. And right off the start, this is something that I struggle with. I make a call out, and I'm asking Brian to go push him.
Can you push that guy in the very back of...
I'm planning on throwing a grenade and think that the grenade is going to kill him. I'm waiting for Brian to go. Now, the second I see him pushing, I throw the grenade out there. This guy is also sniping, and I needed Brian to flush him away so I could push out. He missed his shot anyway, but Brian gets a kill on the guy that he pushed. He's now in a one-on-one. That grenade is burning him, but unfortunately, that guy was able to stay alive. I hear this guy jumping, but really what I'm doing here is kind of like Cat. I understand that there's somebody close. I need to switch to a shotgun. I jump up. They were not so lucky. They have a primary, and they're engaging me in shotgun range with a primary. I push forward. I get that first shotgun shot and follow up with a kill. Now I have health regen. I'm trying to establish where the enemy is.
He's running back towards his rift.
This rift is actually an empowering rift. In the way that I was hearing that, I thought that it was a healing rift. But now that I'm pushing over, I understand that they were trying to get one-shot body kills from their empowering rift. Now I feel like I'm screwed. This is just a, this is a Hail Mary play right now. I missed that because just like I did in the previous play, the first thing that they do is they Icarus dash away. They create space and try to kill me. They missed that shot.
Oh, God.
I missed with my melee, and then I just haul tail it for that hallway over near A. I push River Cave, and now I'm just reloading every gun I have. Reload them all because it's going to be a 1-on-2. I can't keep him away from that res.
He's out of Dawnblade at least.
So if you'll notice that Sub-Zero actually made a pretty aggressive play in pushing up and got heavy.
Done?
I bait. Everybody collapses on me. But what's happening here is I am trying to bring them in close so I can get a shotgun kill. And what I want to have happen is I want them to think that I'm somewhere that I'm not.
He's out of Dawnblade at least.
They think that I'm going to be standing right here. Using Dawnblade, I just kind of jump up in the air, and now where they thought I was, they're not going to get a headshot. If anything, they might shoot my feet. That's exactly what happens. If you'll notice his head, he's not looking up at me. I get that kill because I wasn't where he thought I was. Then I push forward. This guy's got me absolute with a Celestial Fire shot. Now it's a 50-50. It's who can pull the trigger fastest. I was quicker on the draw, and we end up winning that one. What really makes this happen, though, is this play right here. Understanding where they think that I'm going to be and making sure that I'm not there when they round that corner. This right here is what makes that play happen. Had I just sat there, this guy kills me. Or if he didn't kill me, he would have at least caused some damage on me, and then the Celestial Fire would have killed me.